Motocorps. Hey guys, what's up? This is Yash this side from Motocorps. I'm back again with another video. So guys, आज मैं आपको एक बहुत ही डिफरेंट चीज़ दिखाने वाला हूँ and this is something which is going to be very new for you as well as for me because ये कलेक्शन है जो मैं आज आपको दिखाने वाला हूँ and it is not going to be any car but definitely it is going to be car related अगर ये मेरे चैनल पे आ रही है तो. So बहुत सारी कलेक्शन ब्रोशर्स की मैं आपको दिखाने वाला हूँ and it consists of brochures of Lambos, Rolls-Royce, Bentleys, Ferraris of the world and even Hondas and JDMs जो अभी तक इंडिया में आज तक शायद लॉन्च ही नहीं हुई थी. So sit back, relax and enjoy this video and I'm going to show you all the brochures. सारे तो नहीं because बहुत सारे हैं and अगर मैं आपको दिखा पाऊँ so this is how it looks. Like बहुत सारे brochures हैं so it won't be possible for me to actually make you see all of them but ठीक है I'll try my best जो मैं hot brochures आपको दिखा पाऊँ ज़रूर दिखाऊँ. Sit back, relax and enjoy this video. Starting my video for the first brochure that I'm going to see and ये सारी collection मेरी नहीं है so he's the man behind it because जितनी ये collection है
Good to meet you.
The guy with the fast car and the guy with the fast potage which is the Fiat Punto bar. Already that video was really good but he is now back with an insane collection of brochures. So Siddharth, tell me about all the collection that you have and what actually is like what's the passion behind all this and what got you into this.
You can just see this is the oldest brochure in my collection. This is a 1979 Corvette C3 and there are a lot of things when you associate yourself with a book. Like if you are a kid, right? If you see the way these drawings have been made, the way this English language has been illustrated, this font and the sketchiness. So this showed the marketing material of the late 70s. So that was how Passion derived the marketing from the Chevy US. Now obviously people asked me where did I get that. It was available on eBay. So a lot of them sell this on eBay and got it for a very cheap price. So this is how it's a 6-page fold out brochure along with yellow car in it and with the white tires. So that was a fad of the 70s, right? Plus even if you see those times there were proper specifications of the car were written along with the servicing and the details. So these things make for a very interesting read because today in all this digital era you won't get to see these kind of photographs or the quality of print if you notice and obviously the way of presenting the font, the English font. This is pure old school, right? And
So basically what got you into this like because it's been a lot because इतनी बड़ी collection अगर किसी को रखनी है so it takes a lot to maintain all this collection.
Yes.
So what got you into this like initially?
I'll tell you what happened. I started this collection way back in 1998, right? So Auto Expo was there. That was the biggest Auto Expo at that time because a lot of hatchbacks were launched. Matis, Santros, Indicas, the XYZ, the Mercedes was there. The Cielo's price was dropped. There, at some places I was seeing this started to give those promotional material that you see on most of the media events. So that just made me, kind of curious about what exactly is this, what is mentioned, and how beautiful these photographs look when they're printed with the specifications and the colors, and obviously the marketing material that what it is about. Because everything is planned, marketed, and then given to the customer, to the dealership to explain the product. Brochure is all about not just the product as a whole, but how it is explained. You have the specifications of the car, you have the marketing jargons written, you have the the kind of craziness of different photographs. Some of them are kept here, so they're pretty expensive ones.
Yeah, I can see that definitely.
Yeah.
Would you like to show me like some of them like according to which one is your favorite? Like one is the Corvette, that is something which
This is obviously this is my favorite right now, and obviously since I'm doing the story on the NSX in my Instagram, so this is the NSXR, the last of the great Japanese supercars that you see here. So you can just have a look at this. This is completely printed in Japanese.
Okay.
Right. So basically, if you just look into the font, it's a Japanese font, and the car, this car has been photographed at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, that track, right? There's something magical about these photographs, and when you start, if you are deep into the technicalities, you can see this aluminum hood, you can see the entire aluminum suspension of the car, the aluminum suspension arms, the entire rear axle, and the exhaust, everything. It just shows that this car was built with passion, and people, when they photograph, when they marketed this, they shown in the brochure for these people. It is all about understanding the product, about what goes into the making of a legendary car like this, the world's first all aluminum monocoque body, you can see.
So what made this car special, like the legend that it is?
It's a lot of things go into making of this car. Like Honda was running to defeat the Ferrari 328 and the 348 in the 80s.
Okay.
So when this in fact, it's had a very interesting story, Yash. Engineers, they cut a Honda City body into half. They installed an engine at the back, and they just did a few hot laps around the company parking lot in Japan. So it was a kind of a time pass project, because they were launching many new cars that time for different markets. So when they were driving this car in the company parking lot, they got very excited about the project, about being a front engine mid rear wheel drive car, just like this Nano you see here, right? So this had a similar concept. So when that's part of my scale model collection. So when they went into practicing labs, they made a company, they told the company, okay, let us make a supercar. I mean, they were so excited, and then they convinced the company to make a car. But when they were looking at what they wanted, their goal was to achieve something that Ferrari, it should be as fast as Ferrari, as agile as a Porsche, but with the everyday reliability of a Honda at half the price. They were very heavy on the driving, very uncomfortable. They used to kind of catch fire because of the too much of stress that they put on the mechanical components. The longevity was an issue. So they came up with this NSX. It's a long story behind it. Obviously, a lot of engines were there. So it had the world's first variable valve timing and lift electric control mechanism, the VTEC. World's first application of aluminum monocoque body. World's first aluminum suspension. The world's first electric power steering on select models. World's first titanium connecting rods. This has the carbon Kevlar Recaro seats, again first in the world. So plenty of first in the world they have done. It is a breakthrough car. I mean, okay, you have those fanboys of Supras and Skylines, but then for me this is the quintessential Japanese car. I mean, this is the best.
Okay, and
even if you look at it, the entire design, this cap forward design with a long tail, this has been inspired by the F-16 fighter jet, right? So that is how they designed the car.
okay.
Masahito Nakano, the designer, so he was the guy who made this brilliant thing localized. So this is a brochure from 2002. Okay. When the last facelift was launched. I mean, if you look at 20 years back later, this doesn't look like an outdated car at all.
Not
it's
at all.
a very timeless design, something which today's cars just don't have.
Got it.
And if you just come into the attic, I call it an attic, it's a library.
So what you will say about the latest Maybach, like, and this brochure, guys, बताना चाहूँगा, it's very huge.
This is
very huge.
This is very huge and very heavy and very big also, and very limited pieces came into it.
Okay.
And this is just like a car itself. I mean, it's big, heavy, and obviously flashy also.
Just like the car itself.
It's a very flashy brochure. Just open. What they have done is just they have printed the website content onto the brochures. That is how it. Even if you look at the quality of this is absolutely pathetic. I mean, just look at the photographs. They just look as if they have just printed it and made it. Brochure is not about collecting the information on a car. Okay, brochure is about collecting emotions, because as in when you find the paper things dying, right? I mean, just look at the print quality. It's just pretty immature, I would say. So as in when the old things die, everything has got an era. So because and the more thing is that you just see, this is all digital. You click on a mouse, you get the information. This is how you just printed it, right? It doesn't look real. Let me tell you that it doesn't look real. This is all artificial. If I talk about something like a Murcielago, this is this one. Murcielago brochure, obviously again not that detailed. Just look at this photo itself. So this photo gives you an impression on the quality invested in the paper, the quality of the paper, the recycled pulp bleached paper that they call it, glossy paper. So they cost a lot, to be honest, to the company, right? And you see this one, this real Nardo Grey, the one that pioneered the Nardo Grey shade in India.
Okay. So any message that you would like to give to any of the fellow enthusiasts who love to collect such things, and is there any way that they can get
They
their
can
hands
get
on
it, but it is too late right now, because if I again come to the cover, you have everything. I mean, it's not just Indian, that is all international Mercedes. This entire tower, I call it a tower, is from Europe, America, right? Now everyone wants to know, I just take some interesting thing out from here. It's the Honda stuff, because everyone likes Hondas. If I talk about the quintessential the VTEC, right?
Correct.
The first gen City VTEC. I just take this stuff out from here. I got two of them. So this is the oldest City brochure, right? So they are all 20 years old. 20 years old books, and that's the Corvette is a 40 plus year old book, so it is not easy to maintain them. Just keep them, and when you start looking at it, that is how do you realize that how good things were those days. I mean, look at the photograph. It's very amazingly captured, real photo, printed in good quality, unlike that Maybach one I showed you. And then they explain things properly, right? Everything you notice, they explain the things properly with emotion. I mean, if you read them, you understand the logic behind each and everything that a car has. And obviously the VTEC is in this only. This is the City VTEC brochure. This one.
So it was the facelift, right? This one.
This is the first VTEC, the first
Okay.
actual VTEC that came in the country.
Okay.
So this is the car in action. And some people are behind my life to procure a copy of this, but it is not possible. I don't know how you can 3D print or print this kind of brochure. Before we end this, there are few things which people should also know. What is the future of these brochures, right? If I ask, this is an investment also. Now, if I start selling them on eBay, they are worth millions of rupees, especially these ones, because people are there to pay for it. And this is nothing. I have a group on WhatsApp where I have 3 other collectors. One is from UK, one is from Spain, and one is from Indonesia. Their collection is 5 times bigger than mine.
Okay.
Just imagine, they have a room full of that.
Okay.
Right. So I met these people on Instagram only. Again, I said social media has a good side and a bad side. You need to know the good side of it. You get very good people on social media. You get bad people also. But you live in Delhi, you need to search for good people who talk sense and less of cringe and get into all this. And in Europe, where I got most of the stuff also, the PDF is gone. You only have a configurator. Soon in India is just now negated to the PDF stuff. Maybe in the next 2-3 years, they will disappear, right?
Yes.
And then people will realize the value of if we had seen things like those. Maybe if we had collected stuff at Odex, but kept it rather than throwing it.
Definitely, definitely.
Stuff like that, because you don't get to see them anymore. Most of them are all end up in scrap. In fact, I'll tell you about 7-8 brochures which are somewhere here, there. I got them from scrap market in Nayi Sadak, long back.
Okay.
They were very valuable brochures and they were getting scrapped, so I had to save them. And one of them was a BMW brochure,
Okay.
E39 5 Series, which I got it from there.
Okay.
That was a treasure which I got, because E39 was never sold in India. That was a rare treasure I got. In fact, even the E46 M3 is somewhere here, and M's the
Like all the legends are in there.
yeah.
But definitely.
Even, not many can claim. There is an Audi RS4 down here, the V8 sedan, which I think I may be the only one having its brochure. Behind that is RS6, the V10. Nobody in India has a brochure, because it was. I just bought it because it was a crazy car for me. I
Okay.
just went mad. I thought, let me see what information I had. So
Okay.
these things are worth getting it, not just to see the things that they have mentioned, but just to stare at those photographs and to fulfill your emotions and keep on staring them for life.
Definitely.
This is life.
Definitely. I think, and I would like to end this video here, because again, I will repeat myself as Sid said, this is truly a life, because this is a life of a car guy. So thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and make sure to follow Sid. I'll mention his Instagram link down below in the description. So please give him a follow, and do appreciate all of this hard work, because there are not many people doing this particular thing in this whole world. So whatever